Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. This is Birds of a Feather podcast with your boy Q City coming to you live after a Hawks win. Love to see it. Your Atlanta Hawks won against the Atlanta Magic 127 to 112. This was a wire to wire beating. We love to see it. Got a couple things I want to fire off. So, first things first, Zachary Ricochet had a game. He had a whale of a game. He had 21 points in 21 minutes at one point. He ended up getting some garbage time minutes late. He's staying between 22 and 28 for the season. Now hear me out because I have been saying that that's his sweet spot right now. And him not being in on really the game deciding lineups or the end of game lineups, I think is critical into saying what they actually think about his ability to be a winning player right now. But he's a former number one overall pick. He had the hot hand. I would have loved to see him out there more. It looked like he had a lot of confidence in his shot tonight. 21 points. He maybe had four dribbles. Maybe, right? He didn't put the ball on the floor much. My thing is shot creation off the dribble, ball in your hand, with facing up against your defender is a weak point for him. That does not mean he's not a good player, right? And you saw that tonight when he is engaged, he has high activity, he can cut off the ball, he is giving you so much, right? He's giving you so much, and that's definitely the type of player that you want on the team that is going to that's going to be a building block. I loved how he played tonight. This is the reach you want to see every night. 21 points. Okay, yeah, maybe that's a little bit of a bump, but I truly think at this point in his career he could be a 14 to 17, like 14 to 17 point scorer. And he might need closer to 28 minutes than the 22 to get there, but like if this is what you're going to get with him, then absolutely, absolutely play him closer to that 28-minute mark. You get 16 to 17 points out of him in year two at 28 minutes, then giving him a starting role and whatnot, letting him blossom, you're looking at a 20-point per game score plus. And for me, that's not a bust as a number one overall pick. And he's still young. He is still young. He is 21 years old. Man was just able to drink in the US. So yeah, I'm not upset with it at all. Hold on. Is he even 22? Give me one sec. Ba, 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 ba. No. Or is he even 21? No, he was drafted in 2005. He's 20 this year, right? Um, we'll see when his birthday is. He's 20 right now. You know what I'm saying? He'll turn 21 this year. He's a baby. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, 20-year-old getting like right now he's averaging like 9 points. If he can get you up to 14 to 17 throughout the season, you're really on pace. You're at a good spot. Congratulations on scoring his thousandth point. Next, um, Jalen Johnson, he looked decent, didn't score as much as I wanted him to. I wish he was a bit more aggressive down the back end. They took the ball out of his hand a little bit, but I think that's because he's our half court initiator for the most part. I'm gonna get to that. Nikhil Alexander Walker had the ball a lot. Dyson Daniels had the ball a lot. 18, 6, and 6 for him. 18, 7, and 7 for him is literally the golden stat line. Like that's going to get him another $100 million contract after this one runs out. Like 18, 6, and 6. I think he had 3 steals. Like he is so impactful to the game. Right. I wanted Jalen to be a bit more aggressive. Kristaps is at this point in time, I feel like you're getting what you're going to get out of him, right? He's averaging right up under 30 minutes. You have a really good piece in the front court in Gaye. And to be honest, we got to find a way to get him some more minutes and be an active participant within the flow of the game because one, if you saw it for any length of time, he matches up very well with Paolo and that type of that type of face up big four, big three score. So you're thinking Paolo Rui doesn't really put the ball on the floor like that, but you're thinking Paolo, Laravia, um, he's probably not. No. Ant will cook him, but Julius Randle, like that type, you're definitely gonna you want him on the floor. And I tweeted it out. Him, Big O in the front court, their energy that they bring really puts a lot of pressure on teams, right? Guy has he's got a lot of ability. He's at 18 minutes right now. I would love to see a way to get him up to 20, between 20 and 22, but like then also you traded for Kristaps. He does play well. He stretches the defense. Um Obviously he's a starter, but minutes there are eaten into minutes elsewhere. Big O had 27 minutes, but he was impactful tonight, so I do give him props on that. Way more impactful than he was in the last game. Back to 500, that's a plus. All right, so those are all of our pluses. Let's get the pessimism out the way. All right, this is Orlando. Orlando scored 112, probably one of their higher outputs of the season. I'm having all the propaganda toward Orlando. And this is the beautiful part, especially about like doing the lives after, because like I watched the games. You know what I'm saying? In both games versus Orlando struggled to score, right? Called it out on the Hosspod, called it out on Twitter, called it out on the groups that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? The Hoss groups that I'm in. If we could make this a fast court game, if we can make this a fast game, if we can make this a full court game, Orlando can't run with this. Orlando cannot score at a high level. Desmond Bane was frustrated. He ended up getting a little bit on. And then, we were able to disrupt it. Dyson had great switchability on him. Gaye had switchability on him. He was getting cooked by Reach on the other end, and it was all bad for him. He ended up making a frustration foul. I hate the fact that Gaye was the only one who really seemed to take offense to it, who really seemed to bow up about it when it was like real life a dirty play. But yes, Orlando struggles to score, right? And if you watch Orlando, they struggle to score. Franz was damn near non-existent tonight until like the second half. He ended up having 18. Yeah, that was a quiet 18, bro. Tristan Da Silva, yeah, he scored a couple threes late to give he ended with 20 points. He was the second leading scorer behind Paolo. I think he honestly forgets he's 6'9", 250. 6'9", 6'10", 250, bro. Like it's almost as though he forgets. And he settles for fading mid-rangers and threes. And then like a switch flipped in like 8 minutes left in the third, where he was just like, actually, I'm a big mofo. I'm just going to run at the I have a handle. So I'm just going to run at the basket every time. And you're either going to have a no call, I'm going to force action at the rim, or you're going to call it. And like he's averaging like 10 free throws a game. To be honest with you tonight, he could have had like 19, 20 easily if he just kept that aggression up. And I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watch Orlando, but I'm not like in the ins and outs of their offense like that to know what is keeping that from being a regular occurrence, besides the fact that, like, of course, defenses are running the ball and whatnot. But like put your head down, get to the rim. I expected to see it more, and when he did it, he was super effective, and then got us in the bonus with like, I think it was like 7 minutes left in the quarter. We were in the bonus. Everybody frustrated, throwing their hands up, and it's like you want to be mad, but like, bro, y'all are fouling him, and he's big, he's agile, he adjusts in the air. That's fallible. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen, and so. Hey, I'm glad he settled a lot on that. Orlando is just not. They're just not prolific offensively. They're not anybody that you honestly feel like you have to worry about on the offensive end. Usually, their menaces on the defensive end, but in a fast court, up and pace down game, especially when they're driving and losing the ball in the lane, they're having multiple instances of fumbling the ball out of bounds, they're not keeping up with you. And hell, we won the 3-point battle for I don't know what time this year, but we put up 30, which is a decent number, and 43% of those. So we hit 13 of them. I love that number. 13 threes isn't terrible. On 127 points, 13 threes is really, really good. You score 127, you expect like 17, 18 threes, you know what I'm saying? And to put up closer to 37, 38 to keep that, like a 43% is good, but like you expected like 7, 8 more shots and like 5 more makes. And the fact that you were able to do that at 13 lets you know that like we were getting to the rim. Free throw, put a lot of free throw pressure on them, right? Attacking the rim, we put a lot of free throw pressure on them. Porzingis scored 18. Porzingis scored 15. 9 of it had to be at the line. 9 of it easily had to be at the line. We're putting a lot of pressure on them. I wouldn't say foul baiting, but we got them in foul trouble multiple times. Love this was a nationally televised game. This is a lot of people's first introduction to the Hawks. You see the vision, right? So when we talked about Hawks free agency and Hawks draft and who they re-signed, it was all about surrounding Trey with long switchable defenders who could shoot and have Trey really be the orchestrator of the offense. You end up signing Naw. You see that he has creation off the shot capabilities that he wasn't showing in Minnesota because his role necessarily didn't dictate it. But now he's really asked to be a 6-man option scoring threat, right? Especially because Riche really struggles on ball like creation. He's much better off ball right now. Jalen is your secondary creator. So right now it benefits to really have him just chuck and go. And he's not really chucking, but that's really the offensive mindset that he has. And I'll blame him for it. It's working right now. The thing that I want to get to is the Trey slander, right? Oh, we're better without Trey. Oh, you see, we won games without him at this point. Or we 1-3 with Trey. We got hurt in the Nets game. We beat the Nets, who still haven't won a game. We beat the Pacers, who I'm not sure if they won a game or not. I can look at the standings when I do the full pod, but the Pacers were defeated when we played them. And then we beat an Orlando Magic team for the second time, right? We beat them the first time with Trey in pretty similar fashion. We beat them the second time off a night where they just didn't have it. And they made a little run toward the end. One thing I want to point out, 19 turnovers. We had, it was either 19 or 20 turnovers, bro. Like we did a terrible job taking care of the ball. And we have been a high turnover team since Trey's been out. If you remember for the Indy game, we turned the ball over 4 straight times to start that game. And I think we had 6 in the first quarter. So like we're a really high turnover team right now. And that's by definition not having a true point guard or true general bring the ball up the court and whatnot. But then also our half-court offense is not good, right? We scored 127 right now, and like not gimmick per se, but we were able to go tonight. When we play people that are able to shut down Atlanta from an athletic standpoint, slow the game down, and force you into half-court sets, we are extremely vulnerable. And it's how Orlando got back into the game. Them making shots and forcing you to bring up and setting themselves into a defense puts you in a position where Atlanta, like we have cutters. Dyson is extremely active on the back end. Nas extremely active. We have decent passers in Jalen. Can stand to be a better passer. I feel like he missed on a couple back doors. Nas a creative passer, but like honestly, you really value him for his ability to get a bucket right now. And so that's a glaring hole. And I think that's one of those things when we have certain units out on the floor, Veet Dyson, Veet Naw with big old Gaye and just like Reach or Luke on the floor. And it's like, who bringing the ball up, bro? Because who bringing the ball up? Who's putting us in the sets is Dyson. Dyson, he doesn't struggle to pass. He's just like, and he's a willing passer. He gets caught in the air a little too much. He wants that spin move and that float game by the rim, but he'll stop on 2 feet and then he's looking for a dump off on a cut, or he's looking to kick out. 2 feet in the paint is hard to be mad at it, but like he's not just like an instinctual passer. Like, I would say Jalen has shown to be, or obviously like Trey is, and even Keaton. V, honestly, even though he played tonight, didn't have a bunch of ball handling duties. He knocked down a Trey. Did he knock down two? I just remember him knocking down one. He may have knocked down two. He ended with 7 points. But like those 11 minutes he was on the court, he was, he wasn't really handling the rock like that. Keaton played a lot toward the end, but he almost fell out of rotation tonight. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they were really, really confident in Dyson, and Jalen handling the ball. And that might be what it is for the next, 4 weeks, life without Trey. Appreciate you guys. Our next game is group stage versus the Raptors. I'll be doing the full pod on Thursday for the Hawks. So honestly, we'll just be talking about these two games, the Cavs in this game here, but we look forward to it. I appreciate you guys. Follow us at BOAF Media on all social media platforms. As always, the DMs are open, so we can do city talk. If you hop on the live after each and every game, the chat is always open. We can discuss things. I try to keep these a little short because I package them all together at the end of the week, and you can get these live reacts on Saturday morning. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all. Love y'all. It's been your boy Q City, and I'm out. Peace.